everybody. Hello. I'd just like to thank everybody for turning up today, and thank you for all the support and everything that we've got. And I can assure you it's been an incredible journey. As I say, approximately 18 months ago we was literally homeless from our old building. Now from that situation we was obviously pulling our hair out, little of what I've got, but trying to find new venues. We kept coming up against barriers. We just couldn't find any buildings. They was all privately owned, so this was a problem in that scenario. It was then that I started to bother Duncan, and from that Duncan actually suggested that we did a Zoom meeting with Stuart Anderson of the EDP, and from that we literally that went into the EDP on the Saturday and also online on the Saturday. On the Sunday I received an email from the care home, and well, this is where we've got to. On that note, I must say thank you to Michael and Karma, Michael the owner and Karma the manager there. Literally they've been unbelievably supportive, and it's been fantastic that, you know, we've got to from where we were, and the potential of what we've got here is so good. On the note of the shed in general, what we're doing, we're a community group working for the community in the community. So part of that, as I said to Michael, further down the line we're going to do a healing garden for the residents to be all part of the situation, and hopefully it could be the start of a wonderful friendship. So that's it. I'll now hand over to Duncan.
Where we're beginning to see some real change, and whether that's mental health hubs coming into the community, clinicians in our GP primary care networks, all of it is moving in the right direction. And the men's shed has been a phenomenal success, we all know that. It's over 600 of them now throughout the country, and over 14,000 people directly benefiting from the work that they do. That is an absolutely fantastic accolade to have, and it's people like Ray and the team that he has around him that is now bringing that into North Walsham. They do a wonderful job. I wish them the very, very best of luck. It's a real honour to cut the ribbon for you, Ray, but a real round of applause for Ray and all the work that has been done.
This is the start for what the men's shed can do in North Walsham. We know that there's a real need for the men amongst us to get support in the way that they need support, not in the way that we say that they need support. I can stand here as a woman and say what I need, but I have to listen to the men amongst us to hear what they really need. So I'm absolutely delighted we've got premises. The positive steps that we're making for the town doesn't just begin and end with the men's sheds. We have got some incredible projects going across the town. We've got the Phoenix Group, we've got the Healthier North Walsham scheme. We've got people in the community now standing up and saying, actually I can do something, and what I can do is equally as important. So anybody and everybody who has got ideas on what we can do to lead as a community on what we want here, please step forward. No ideas are silly, no phrases, whatever people feel they need to improve their mental health, we will as a community do our best to facilitate.
I introduced 2 lady members on our committee. All of you ladies, as far as I'm concerned, although it's the men's sheds, we're getting so many inquiries from ladies. We might even have days when we'll have a ladies shed as well.
Today, and delighted to see so many of you turn out to welcome the opening of the men's shed here at North Walsham, because our campaign, the Campaign for Mental Health Services in North Norfolk, has been going for over 2 years, to establish as part of a wider campaign group across Norfolk and Suffolk. And really the impetus for setting up the campaign group is because there is so little in the way of mental health provision here in North Norfolk, and we've seen the terrible consequences of that. That was the motivation behind setting up the campaign at a public meeting attended by Norman Lamb at the end of 2018. We've had a number of young people who've taken their own lives, young men particularly, although of course the terrible crisis in mental health affects everybody. And a lot, what came up time and time again was there's nowhere to go, there's nobody to talk to, all there is a telephone call, you know, I don't feel that there's a support there. And so that's why we set up the campaign group. And since then, a lot of our effort has been focused on lobbying the providers of mental health, the Norfolk and Suffolk Foundation Trust, and the people who commission mental health services, the clinical commissioning group, to get the kind of services we need. It's been painfully slow. We had a further public meeting last year, just before the first lockdown in Cromer, attended by a best part of 100 people. The first one attended by over 100 people. We now seem to be making some progress in that the Norfolk and Suffolk Foundation Trust are setting up now psychiatric nurses and practitioners in GP practices around Norfolk, something which we haven't had except in the most patchy way for years and years. Also, the clinical commissioning group are committed to community hubs being set up around the area as well. And so these are important developments, but we feel we are still a considerable way off, even where we were before the huge cuts that were made to mental health services a few years ago, which led to the founding of the campaigns. So it's a good start, but we are absolutely not going to rest. We are going to step up our efforts. We have always made clear as a campaign group that we very much welcome, and we think it's very important, the role that the voluntary sector plays, and which organisations like the Men's Shed play in the vital supportive role that they play for people who feel there is nobody who doesn't have mental health issues. We all do, you know, to one extent or another. And to have a facility where people feel, yes, there's something there, can be something there for me in a town like North Walsham, I think it's absolutely brilliant. And nobody pretends they're a substitute for the sort of the professional mental health services that we're fighting for. They do play an absolutely vital role in providing support for people with mental health needs. So I really can't wait to see this. I won't talk anymore because you want to get that ribbon cut, don't you?
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Reuben!